I'm doing this video because, well, passed the CISA certification exam. It's official. Hold on, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Yeah. So I passed the CISA exam, and it feels great. It feels great. If you don't know what that is, that's the Certified Information System Auditor exam. It is both an accounting certification and it's an IT certification. To me, it's the best of both worlds. Because it's not a CPA, right? Like, so in the accounting world, CPA would be creme de la creme. Don't really get no better than that. But it's a close second. It's a close second, especially because you also get the IT side. So you can move into an IT career. You can move into a information security systems officer or whatever, ISSO, CISO, Chief Information Security Officer. Um, so you can move into these tech positions with the certification. It's a great certification to have. I really, outside of maybe getting a CPA just as an accountant, what's good? Jay Pearl, what's popping? What's popping? Outside of the CPA, just for being an accountant, I was looking at all different type of certifications and stuff. So outside of being a CPA, as far as accounting certifications, for me, it was the best second, you know, certification. It's only 150 questions. I can't remember. I don't know if you get 2.5 hours to take the test or 4 hours to take the test. Can't really remember. I didn't take that long. I feel like it was maybe an hour and a half that I was actually taking the test. So you can study like 1,000 questions. It's like 1,070 questions that ISACA, ISACA is the organization that offers the certification. They had like a question bank of 1,070 questions, potential questions that might be on the exam. Out of that, it's 150 questions. So learn all 1,070 questions, memorize them, know what you're doing, and you should be fine. So it took me, I think, maybe an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes to finish the exam. Uh, some questions was a couple of them I had to wait a minute. I don't know. I don't know what I got right or wrong yet. I just know it just tells you passed. So once you pass, you're still not certified yet because there's still like a requirement for experience and stuff like that. So to get that, after 10 days, they'll upload your stuff so then you can submit your application. And when you submit your application, they'll ask you for whatever employer or whoever can verify that you have the requisite 2 years of experience or however many years of experience to be certified. And so there's still like a bit of a process there when it comes to that. But I am extremely excited about the potential opportunities that I may get from having this certification. Um, so there were jobs that I was looking at because I was an IT auditor for Homeland Security in the past for Inspector General OIG. So I was looking at potential jobs on the outside. I got a top secret clearance. I got SCI, a top secret SCI. So I was looking at some of the job opportunities that I can get for IT audit, and several of them said that with the years of experience that I have over 5 years of experience working in the highest level of audit in the world. Um, so with that, I should be able to get at least 100 and around 130,000. That's where my potential professional range is, like 130 or whatever. If I was gonna move into an IT audit role, and that's just basing it off of where once I plug my information in, it said that I should be able to get that without a problem. The only difference between the $130,000 job and the 180,000, me being able to or qualified. I don't want to say qualified, but yeah, I guess it's qualified, but me being able to potentially go after a position and get it that's 180,000 to 200,000, like that range, the 180 to 205 range, the only separation was, with my years of experience, education, all of that, degree, all of that. The only difference was um, a certification, well, the CISA or CPA or CIA or whatever. That was the only separating factor was I needed that certification. And so without the certification, I'm at 130,000. With the certification, I'm at the 180 to 200,000 range. So it was a no-brainer. The certification automatically made me go up 50,000 to $70,000 in difference. So I was like, yeah, let me go and get this. The certification itself was like 500 and something dollars to take the exam, but then they got a bunch of training stuff that you can participate in. Um, your employer may have like some CBTs for CISA or a lot of stuff that most people don't realize. Yeah, it's up from there for sure. Appreciate it. Jay Pearl says, congratulations. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, it feels great. It really feels like I saw a job yesterday, and the range was 170 to 240. Requirement was you needed a CISA. Of course, you needed like years of experience and stuff like that as well. And you know what I'm saying? Leadership. Like I got leadership. I got whatever. I got all of those things too. But it was probably around 10 years of work experience and stuff like that. But the range was 170 to 240. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It didn't require any higher level than a bachelor's degree in accounting, but that certification is golden, man. You gotta, in today's time, because if you've been watching this channel in the past, I wasn't necessarily pushing certifications. I'm gonna just open the door because I don't know if the Bluetooth is gonna interfere with that. But I wasn't really pushing certifications in the past. I was just like, do we need them to make $100,000? Do you need it? No, And there was some people that I was working with who had certifications, and it was like the certification was pointless. But on the private side, I definitely think the certification is needed. By the way, could you please smash the like button? Hit the like button for me if you happy that I passed the CISA exam. If you happy, please smash the like button. I'm not done with these videos about the CISA because I'm not certified just yet. They said I can put pending certification or I can put past CISA exam because like when you pass the exam or when you become certified, you put your name, comma, and well, not comma. You'll say like it'll be your name. Say your name is J Pearl, right? Let's say your name is J Pearl, so your name would be J Pearl CISA, right? J Pearl CISA, right? And so you'll put that. But if you haven't got certified yet, because to get certified you got to prove you have the years of experience, and they'll do that all digital. They'll send an email to whatever email or the person from your job, previous job, or current employer who can verify you have that experience. They'll send that email to them, and they'll do like I guess maybe like some kind of yes or no or DocuSign or something. I don't know, and they'll approve that. And so from there, you pay to get your certification and whatever like that. And so until you're certified, though, so employers can know that you've already passed the exam, because some people already passed the exam, but they don't have the experience. So they can get in a job because the people already know you've already passed the exam, and they're going to help you get that experience to get certified. And so, but you'll still be able to get a job after passing the exam. At least that's what I'm being told. I haven't experienced it, but you should still be able to get a good job after passing the exam because they know that you've already passed it. It's not like a contingent kind of thing where we gotta hire you and hope that you pass. this exam, but we don't know if you're gonna pass it. And so, if you've already done it, one less thing they can go ahead and try to get you up in there and stuff like that. But until you are certified, the way you would have to list your name if you're gonna put it in your title, it'll be J Pearl J Pearl. I think it's past CISA exam. Yeah, I think it's yeah past CISA. It'll be J Pearl past CISA exam. That'll be like your official title. And then in your resume, you'll put pending certification, CISA certification. Now, this is not, don't try to quote me here, okay? This is my views and my views only. This is not professional advice, okay? This is just my perspective, all right? Because this don't work and you doing it, don't really trying to sue me, all right? I'm just telling you what I've read, okay? This is what I read. Don't blame me, blame AI, okay? Yeah, so please smash that like button. I definitely feel like I just passed the bar or something. Like it feels like that. Like it do. It feel good. It feel good. It feel good. Like I try to check off different boxes of everything so that I can be even better and better prepared for any opportunities, um, just any kind of opportunities. I try to check off all the different boxes. You know, I got my degrees, I got my work experience. I even took a position as a supervisor in leadership to get that leadership check box, you know, checked off, and I got that now. You know, it's official. You know, I was a part of a program that's certified and regulated a certain kind of way that shows that I have leadership capabilities and stuff like that. That's checked off. Like all of those things is checked off. Like, and so I could have went this way with another job, but instead I went this way because that job gave me this other thing that this other job didn't give. So I did all of those things. Um, so yeah, so I was just this was kind of like just especially in today's climate where the questionings people's credibility and what they're capable of, and you know, should you be able to um, get a position or a job or anything, because you know you may not be qualified. So certifications, man, certifications is the way to me, the current new way, because I wasn't a big proponent of getting certifications. Yeah, man, if y'all could please smash this like button for me, please. You feel me? Yeah, and subscribe like J Pearl says. And subscribe. Hey J Pearl, tell me about yourself. Like what you got going on? Like what's your career? What are you in school for? What are you currently working in? Like something. Like tell me something. I want to know what's going on. Anybody who's watching, I want to know what y'all got going on. I try to know about different career paths because who knows? You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I didn't think I'd be here. You know, I didn't think I'd be doing this. And even though I have I'm in a great position currently doing what I'm doing, I can't say that I'm looking to stay in that particular role for the rest of, you know, my work life. So definitely looking to move into a role where I can utilize my CISA. And the crazy thing is, ideally, of course, I'd stay in the IT audit side, right? But, you know, I'm qualified to go on the IT side now. Like the regular IT. Because when I say IT audit, I'm still thinking about it as an accounting side, the audit side. The IT part of the IT audit title is just saying that these are the things that I'm going to be auditing. But I can audit anything. I can go into a car dealership and do a performance audit on why they're not selling cars. I can do that. I can break that bitch down. You hear me? And I can also go into Microsoft and say, Okay, I can go in here and figure out what the performance issues are. I can audit the performance of Windows computers or whatever like that. Like I can do all of those different type of audits. It's just like when you got IT audit on the title, it's just saying these are the things that you're auditing. And I feel like it's different from everything else because audit is, well, yeah, financial audits, performance audits, IT audits. But even with IT audits, we're still just auditing the performance, like at least what I was doing. I'm in the gig apps currently. I'm on a journey to fix my personal credit and start my own business. Start on business credit. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you get your personal. If you're a single member LLC, you'll have to more than likely. And like I said, none of the stuff I talk about in this video is actual legal advice or anything. All right. So, but when you're establishing your business credit profile, the easiest way to do that is by doing a personal guarantee. Is it the only way to do it? No, but it's just about the only way to do it. Okay. You can't do it other ways, but it's just about the only way to do it. So that's the fastest way to establish business credit is to lend your personal credit to your business. Um, but if your personal credit is messed up, then you got to fix that. Fix that, then you basically co-sign it for your business to stuff or whatever. But your business may get higher credit limits than you do. But to establish their credit or the business credit, you have to use your personal guarantee if you're a single member LLC. What's popping? What's popping? Y'all smash the like button. Smash the like button. We made it, baby. Let's clap it up. We made it. Another one of us out the hood. We up out of there. At least, hopefully, we stay out of there. I ain't been back in the hood. I ain't been in the hood in a long time. But that's how I felt when I passed this exam. It felt like career solidified, future solidified. That's how I felt. Just telling you how I felt. Just tell you, like this was one of the ones. This was like one of them. Man, when I passed it, the whole world opens up. Working on my CPA right now. That's what's up. Just Ken 214. That's what's up. Get that CPA. That's probably my next one. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. All right, this is where I'm at with it. So I was taking a contract because okay, so I'm also working on another certification. It's called the FAC-C, FAC-C. I'm also working on that certification. It's for contract officers or contract uh, professionals. Um, the FAC is Federal Acquisition, I think, certification. The dash C, because it's a FAC-C. The dash C stands for Core or Contracting Officer or whatever. Contracts, I don't know. But it's a FAC-C, right? Now, that certification can get you crazy money. But most of the people who have it work for the government on the contracting side. They're the ones that you go to get contracts. But the FAC-C is like probably like the highest level certification for government contracts from the person who's creating the contract, right? Now, I look at it like I can use this in my government contracting business whenever I go back that route, right? That I learned a lot about the FAR. Like I took a class on the FAR. It's an eye-opening experience. It's a great class. Um, so that FAC-C is what was probably my next certification. Maybe, I don't know. That's what I started out doing. You got to take 4 classes. They're like 8 days apiece. I did one already. I passed that. I had 3 more classes I got to take, and you have to take those classes. They're only 8 days apiece, but with working and stuff like that, like it's a nightmare. You know what I mean? It's a nightmare. So, for me at least. So I got to do those other 3 classes, and they're like Monday through Friday or something. I'm sorry, they're like Wednesday through Friday and then Monday through Friday. So it's like those 8 days. So it's not, and it's during the day. It's an instructor-led class. It's not work at your own pace. You got to be in there 8 hours a day. So it's like that. But I'm looking at once you complete those classes, you can then sit for the exam, which you'll still have to study for the exam and all of that. But I've learned so much about the FAR. That was a golden class. I've been to VIP and I love VIP. VIP was great, but VIP still did not make me feel like I knew how to go bid on contracts. It didn't do that. But this class about the FAR taught me so much. You leave there with feeling like, hey, I think I know what to do, you know? And it's not even what they're really trying to do. They're just trying to teach you the rules and the regulations that govern government contracts, because you're going to be the people who are going to create the contracts for the contracting people, the contractors, to do the work. So this is a fascinating class. But there's 3 more that I still got to take in order to even sit for the certification. So I'm looking at doing that, or I go to the CPA like I just say, forget that for now. Let me get my CPA first, and then I'll come back to that, right? Or maybe I don't even come back to that. I don't know, right? So it's like that. It's like do the CPA. That's the second. Those are two of the options. There's a third thing that I'm also looking at. I haven't announced this to nobody. It's the third thing I'm looking at doing. You want to know what it is? You want to know what it is? Put a $ in the chat if you want to know what by the way I fractured my finger. Okay, I fractured my finger. I know y'all wondering. I can take this off and I can kind of bend it, but I fractured my finger. Anyway, so put a $ in here. Okay, I got $1. I need at least $3 before I tell y'all. And I never announced this before, what my next potential thing is. I never told nobody this. Well, maybe like 1 or 2 people, like in the family. But this is my third potential situation that I may go to next instead of doing the other stuff. Because like I may do all of it, or I may only do one of these 3 and just be cool. Or I may do 2 of these things and be cool. But this third one, I have not announced. But the reason I'm even mentioning the Fact C class is because while I was in the class, it made me think about doing this third thing. So far, how many? I ain't got but $1. Jay Percy, I haven't got my LLC yet. I need at least 2 more $ in the chat. DBD Promotions. I need a $ in the chat. You feel me? What up, brother? Is that Stat or is that Waters? What it is? Yeah. I got 3 things. The first one, okay, there we go. All right. Hey, Waters, what's happening? Yeah, all right, so the first I finished the CISA, so the next thing I'm thinking about doing is getting the FAC C. The FAC, that's a contracting certification. I took 1 class, got to take 3 more classes, and then I'll be able to sit for the certification. The class is like 8 days, and they structured. It's a little difficult with my job. That's on the reason. So that's that. That's one option. The second option is to go straight to the CPA next, right? Start studying for that, preparing for that, and go for my CPA. That's the second option, and that's probably number 1 right now, honestly. Like, this is not in any kind of order or whatever, but the CPA. And so then because you go to the CPA firm, those kind of things, and you can be partnered with a CPA firm, but you just can't like ever be the CEO. You can't be the majority owner. You can't do none of that. But anyway, so the CPA is my next thought, right? So that's 2 options. My third option that nobody knows that I've been looking into is law school. Law school it is something that I have that started out as so my sister's a lawyer, So my sister's been, you need to go to law school, you need to go to law school, you need to go to law school. Well, you should go to law school. Of course she's a lawyer, she's gonna say that, right? And I'm not, I was just like, eh. And I'm not opposed to school. I know a lot of people like, I don't want to go to school no more. I can't stay in school. School absolutely changed my life. It absolutely changed my life. Okay, I don't know what other people got going on, but school. Would have said that, yeah, bro, that's definitely for you. So, school is like a lot of people don't like school. School is just a means to an end. To me, I don't, I don't want to say I don't take school home with me at night, but like I go do it, even if I'm doing it at home. I'm just saying like I do it and I don't stress out about it. Like I don't sleep over it at all. Um, if I fail a class, I fail, I take it again. I ain't tripping. Like it is what it is. What else are you doing with yourself? And so I I wasn't opposed to going to law school because of the amount of school that you have to do. It's only 3 years, not like nothing so crazy. Maybe 4 if you have to do it like part time the way I would probably have to do it. So I would need to take the LSAT. So that's the test that I may have to take, or that I would have to take in order to go to even apply to law school. Uh, I did not go to college the easy. Like I was wilding and like when I was younger. I was in the streets a little bit, still trying to go to school. Wasn't really, my grades was bad. I locked in when I was like 31 and finished it. Finished like 2 degrees in 2.5 years. I was doubling and tripling. I was taking like 5 classes at a time. Like it was crazy because I was like locked in. And um, with just like that kind of focus, I'm like, okay, I got out of my undergrad, but I was like, ain't nobody gonna let me in a master's program. Ain't nobody gonna let me in law school or medical school and nothing like that. So I didn't even think about it. And so talking to my sister, she was like, no, 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 you can go to law school even with your checkered past or whatever. I was like, really? Because I cleaned it up in the end. I was like 3.5 in the last 2 years GPA, but my GPA is a 2.101 to get out of my undergrad. But I got it. I finished. I'm an accountant. So, but like when thinking about law school, I just didn't think it was a possibility. So all this time she had been talking about it, I just never even like really paid attention to it. But it has become around. I started looking into it. I started thinking about it. I was like, do I do that? Do I do that right now? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of cool. And so while I was in the class, the FAR class, the instructor was saying that he had got his Juris Doctorate. He's an old guy. He like, I don't know, he maybe like 70, 80 years old, something like that. But he was like, yeah, I got my Juris Doctorate, this and this. And so he's the guy teaching the class. And as he's talking about it, I started to think like, man, in the class that I'm in, and amongst the people that I'm around, honestly, they're all working on PhDs. Um, they're mainly all working on PhDs, or they already have a Juris Doctorate, or they got like I work around people who are also medical doctors and lawyers type stuff. Like not I'm not saying I work around, but like the classes and the rooms that I'm in, these people are God tier level. They got CISSP certification, CPAs. They're this, they're that. So they're like God level people. As far as education and career stuff, like the accomplishments they have when it comes to education and things like that, they on that level. Uh, Cybersecurity bro says, man, I ain't locking in until I was 33. I just finished my bachelor's last month and I'm starting my master's in IT with a concentration in cybersecurity next week. Man, congratulations. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for you, brother. Congratulations, bro. Hey, you locked in now. It's different when you lock in. When you lock in, it's like it ain't nothing. So that's kind of how I look at law school. Now, I ain't saying that wouldn't be a challenge, but if I went to law school, I'm locked in. See, the problem that I have is before I make a decision, before I actually say this is what I'm doing, I'll be careful because once I make a decision, it's done. When I said I'm gonna go take the CISA. I've been telling people. Some people came. I can't really talk. I can't really speak on that. Let me try to see how I can speak on this. I was amongst a room of super professionals, chief information security officers, directors, stuff like that. I was in a certain room, and I told like the people was like, hey, you were an auditor for IG, you know what I'm saying? We should holler at you, like you ever thought about going back into audit? I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, yeah, I'm just, I wanted to get the leadership side. So, anyway, so the people, was just talking to me on the side, and I was like, they was like, so what are you planning on doing? And I was like, well, I really wanted to get the either the CFE at the time. I was looking at the CFE, and then they were like, okay, the CFE sounds good. And then somebody said, well, I'm thinking they were thinking about doing the CIA, and I was like, that's cool too. I said, but what do you know about the CISA? I didn't really know that much about the CISA at the time. I mean, this is just something that I knew about it, but I didn't know about it, right? So I'm telling them about me thinking about taking the CISA, and well, I was like looking into it. Like I was going to look more into it, but I was thinking about the CFE. The problem that I had with the CFE is I just didn't see a lot of opportunities like from employers looking for the CFE. Like if I go on Indeed.com and I'm looking at jobs that I would potentially want to do for the amount of money that I would potentially want to do it for, if I'm looking at 175,000 and up, if I'm looking at 195,000 and up, and I'm looking for what the qualifications are, boom, they want a bachelor's degree in accounting. Boom, they want such and such amount of years of experience. Boom, they want this. Boom, they want that. And the certification that they're looking for is not the CFE. It just wasn't the CFE. CPA, CISA, CISM, or the CIA. Those are like mainly the 4 certifications that I would see. And the 2 that I would see over and over and over and over would be CPA or CISA. You would see those 2 almost every time. And so it was like, okay, well, that's not gonna happen, right? That I like the CFE is not, it's not that marketable. And so I was like, all right, well, I got to do something different. I got to do something different because I don't see this as like, now if I were gonna stay in a certain area, or just to say I have a certification, I do have a professional certification, CFE would qualify just to say that, but it didn't make me more marketable. It didn't make me more desirable or anything. So I kept seeing CISA on those things, but I didn't really know, I didn't really know if it was difficult. I didn't really know what, but now the world of the accounting world has moved into the IT space so heavily, because it's more so like an IT audit kind of thing. And I was an IT auditor, but I didn't necessarily want to just be limited to IT audit. But now pretty much everything is IT audit. Like everything is, all the data is in the computer now. So and with everybody going to the cloud and going to these things, it make it even sexier, you feel me, to get the CISA. So I started doing my research. So by the time those people left, because I was around them for a couple of days, by the time they left to go back to wherever they came, I was talking to the CISO. He was a CISO. Yeah, he was the chief. So I was talking to him, and he was telling me about little being he was talking. I was like, hey, I've been doing some research. I really think I want to do this cert. And so he was like, okay, cool. Now the crazy thing is, next week or the week after, I should be seeing this group again. And I was the guy who was just in the hallway telling him, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this cert. And now it's done. Anyway, right now you're watching Casino is the Name. If you're finding the value in this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we out. Let's get it.